Okay guys, welcome back to Web Gaming Central, and this is the second part of our coal tutorial, and I'm going to jump right in. The next part of what we want to do is get our metal headquarters. The thing is, in the game, in the standard region, because right now I'm in the sandbox region, in the standard region you have to unlock this, and you unlock this by having a certain number of coal deliveries per day. Okay, once you reach that goal, and the last tutorial should help you with different ways to get to that number. I don't remember the exact number, but there's a daily profit number that you have to reach in order to unlock this building. Once you unlock it, you place it. Obviously, it doesn't auto upgrade like this building just did, so it will be a smaller building. Actually, it would look, let's see, since I have money to spare, let me show you. It will look, come on, bulldoze. It will look like this. Okay, to start off, it will look exactly like that, but when I place it down, it upgrades because it auto upgrades. So there's upgrades to this building, as you can probably tell. So once you place this down for the first time, none of these buildings will be available. None of them. Okay, so the next thing comes, and this part is very self-explanatory. Just read the two tips and let you know which one of these, or what these buildings do, these extensions to your building do. Okay, so I'm going to read it for you. Tired of tripping over coal or raw ore? You need to get some of that out of town. Make major simoleons on the global market. So this is basically, it's the commerce division. What it does, it just grants you access to the trade port, coal, raw ore storage lots at the trade port. Now what that means is this building. This guy, trade port, not the trade depot, the trade port, which is a bigger, much bigger version of the trade depot, and it holds a lot more storage, which is nice, especially when you're trying to sell a lot of goods. That's what that building helps you unlock. Next building, engineering division. I'll read it for you again. Leave behind the paltry output of the measly coal mine. The engineers at the engineering division have plans for a whole new advanced coal mine. So this grants you what we want, which is this building here, advanced coal mine. That's what we want to get. First of all, we need to make sure we have a spot to place it, and we should. Yes we do. I'm going to place it right here somewhere. So let's bulldoze, let's do some prep real fast. I'm going to do something a little crazy. I'm going to bulldoze that guy. I'm going to move, or we're going to grab the bigger one. Put him on that side. So we want to maintain our delivery, so let's grab a few coal. And you'll see what I mean in just a second when I show you. But there we go. Let's throw down some of these guys. So this is a trade port. With the trade port, which I should do a separate trade tutorial for that, because this is there's a lot of information here. But basically, you can transport things at greater capacities, greater rates, which means greater profits on a whole another level. It has a cargo ship dock, and it has a freight rail. So, and the thing is, you don't have to place this right onto the module. That's a rail, by the way, guys. And I'm going to actually do that because that means faster exports. There's no water, so I won't put down this guy. And you don't need a road for this, by the way, guys. At least it doesn't seem that way. So yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about it. You don't need a road for it. Anyway, let's go back and let's place this building, because I want to do it the way that you would have to do it in the game. You would have to place this. Okay, I'm going to place them all, because at some point you're going to want you can do that with the trade building too, as far as unlocking this guy, the commerce division. So really don't worry about that so much, unless you want to upgrade just one headquarters. Then you can still unlock that trade port. Otherwise, without this building, you cannot build the trade port. Don't forget that. And this last guy, the smelting division, this grants access to this guy, smelting factory. And you want that, so again, you're going to want to upgrade this guy. Okay? Or place that guy. It will cost you a lot of money. There will be a lot of things you have to unlock, but we want to place them. So I already placed that guy. Let's place this guy. Smelting factory does not have to be on any resource deposit. But we're going to show you about that in a minute. But I'm going to also place this guy, it's the advanced one, right on it, right next door. This guy is bigger, meaner, faster, grander. And these are heavy coal delivery trucks, so these guys probably grab stuff out the ground like really fast. And obviously, everything about this is bigger. Everything about this is bigger. Two of those guys connected at once. Let's just get as much coal out of the ground that we can. Obviously not as much once we get over here, but we will try to tap into this area. So there you go. You can build many more of those, as you can see, than you can on the smaller one. So here we go. Now we should have a much higher rate of coal coming out of the ground. A much higher rate of coal coming out of the ground. As you can also see, you can store 5 ton up. You know, one thing we have to do, make sure we have all the resources for this city. Put you over there. I'm gonna put the water tank not over there, so let's put them right here. Yes, I know. Sorry for the detour. Just needed to do that. And this guy, let's add a module. Alright, so there we go. Don't have to worry about resources now. Alright, those resources. So, now as you can see, this guy needs coal and he needs ore. This is why I was telling you before, you know, you definitely want to make sure either you have both, or if you only have one, then you need to export. I just want to see something real fast. Look at there. We do have a coal or ore deposit. So I could extract ore here as well. And for the sake of the example, I will do that. Though I believe I have a ore tutorial. Okay, so let's drop this guy down here. I know that's a bad spot basically, but and then I'll just drag him over here. There we go. And that's fine. Just for the sake of having ore. And that way, this will be used locally automatically. If you don't, if you don't, oh, power shortage. Where's our power building? Let's add some modules. So, take the clean solution. So there we go. Now that's going to burn up more coal per day. Anyway, let's stick on with our plan here. So with this building, we already upgraded it. It's closed currently, but it will have employees very soon. So let's take a look at the smelting, which again, it produces metal, guys. So the thing about it is, though, you can also produce alloy. There we go. That's what we want. So if you do have anything that requires alloy, like some of the well, I know for sure the Space Center, Great Work, requires it. So if you have a region where you're trying to build that, the smelting factory can be a wonderful thing. Wonderful thing. So now we are developing alloy and metal. So now all we need is for this thing to open up and start producing. So as you see, we just need ore, and that should start very soon and accept local deliveries. Okay, if we uncheck those, it would be global deliveries, but we want all of it. So now, as you can see, they're rushing to drop us off some goods. Come on, there we go, already full. So there you have it. Once this guy gets going, yes, we have more than enough. Okay, but it has to power the entire city. So bring it back. Okay guys, I decided to forego that, and what I plan to do instead is just build one ore deposit. That way we can just import it, so we can show you the dynamic of importing. So now for ore, let's import it. Now what you will see, if we go here, is that we'll be getting those imports into this place here, and that will allow us to do, or create the, there goes our ore truck right there. It will allow us to create the metal and the alloy. Okay. So let's wait for those shipments to come. Or should have arrived. Where are you? There you go. So now we'll start to get that truck coming here to drop off those goods. And here he comes. Well, in a minute he comes. Well, he came out to get, there we go. Well, here he comes now. Sheesh. Alright, so once this is filled up, we'll start to produce the alloy and the metal. And that will actually do us very good. Because at that point, there you go. See, now we're producing, but every one of the buildings have to get it. So now one building got it. Or the little modules, I mean. Now the last module got it. So now we'll start to receive those. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have a building or two too. And actually here what I'm going to do is just make a few changes. Again, the ones that don't have much stored, I'm going to use those spots for it. So we're going to grab metal and alloy. Okay. And now we're going to choose to export those for cash. Oh, import. This guy. As you can see, they're significantly more worth more, so we'll make plenty of money by doing that. And let's take a look at this. So right now we're making 261,000 on coal, as you see. So we're exporting 59 tons per day, which is great. That's awesome. And we're importing 5 tons of the raw ore per day. So our outflow of cash is 23,000. Our income or inflow is 265,000, which is great. So guys, that's pretty much how you operate this. And let's see, did I miss anything? No, I did not. Of course, this takes time. It doesn't happen as fast as I just did it unless you're playing in a sandbox mode. So first thing you have to do is place the coal mine, the smaller ones, of course, because these are the only ones that would be unlocked. Although I think there is an unlock. You have to have a certain amount of industry buildings before you can unlock the coal mine. Okay, once you unlock that, you place it, and then you should easily, this is free, so you can place your trade depot and start selling it, or if you want to use it locally, that's fine. Once you hit a certain number, you will then unlock this guy. When I say a certain number, when you hit a certain profit per day, then you will unlock this guy. You'll place that guy, then you have to start working toward upgrading him in order to unlock certain other buildings. I forget what the unlock is for this guy. Well, I think it's one of those buildings to unlock this guy. And in fact, it is. I take that back. It is. So you have to unlock this building from hitting another profit number per day. Once you do that, then pretty much the sky starts to become the limit, because it's pretty much the same tactic over and over again. Build up to the point where you're exporting enough. Now this does obviously take up space, as you can see. All this space. So whenever you're building your city, it's good to specialize in one or the other, which is why I bulldozed, for the sake of example, I bulldozed the ore mine, because that's just a lot of space being taken up. And mind you, you have to still budget your balance. Budget your balance. Right, we're going to do that. We're going to budget our balance. You're going to have to still balance your budget. And by the way, this is all in the standard region, so it's a little more challenging than it looks in this tutorial. But the idea of this tutorial is to give you an idea of what you need to do. That way you can make sure you're taking the proper steps, not so much showing you the difficulty of it, but to let you know there is a strategy to it, and you just have to be patient and manage your space, manage your budget, and you'll be fine. So guys, please throw any questions you might have in the comments, or any recommendations or suggestions for further tutorials, or even ways to refine this tutorial. So guys, thanks so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more. Thanks, and I'll see you guys in the next video.